I don't know how many weeks ago. It was last week, the week before, I can't fucking take. But we started talking about OnlyFans and asshole pictures and shit like that. So it started as a joke in my head, but then I thought about it. I'm like, well, if I had to give myself like an asshole picture to people, if they like pay me $20 for an asshole picture, it should be a little bit cleaner than it is. And I got one of those cool shower heads that's got the different fucking the fucking speeds and shit on it. And I was like, well, they have bidets and shit, so this might clean an asshole. And I turned it to the jet mode thingy. And in the process, because I've never done that before.
He's never washed his asshole.
Not one time. He leave that shit.
I've washed it before, but I've never shot a jet of water up there.
Oh, yeah, fair.
And I either did it right or wrong, and I'm not really... I'm not sure.
How do you not know?
Elaborate. Hold on. That's what I mean, elaborate. What do you mean?
Because I did it right before I got out of the shower, because I'm like, this is going to be weird, but I'm the only one doing it. I'm not going to tell nobody, but then I'm telling people. But I got out of the shower, and I could still feel a shitload of water in my asshole. So I had to sit down on the toilet and basically push a bunch of water out. And then the other thought that came through my head was, people actually take it in the ass, and this has to be the most uncomfortable feeling on the planet when they have to walk around with just a bunch of shit in it.
So you're telling me you accidentally enemed yourself, bro?
I think so, yeah.
This is the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Why do we let this man tell stories? Every story he's ever told has been fucking garbage.
Before we started this, he said, guys, I have a great story. It's going to be top notch. What a travesty of a story.
But it happens in real life. People say they want to know about your life. That's what happened.
Hey,
I was out here trying to
wash his ass
make
for the first
myself
time.
know. I was trying to hopefully make it look better if anybody actually starts wanting
What does it look
pics.
like? No, okay, you know,
How would I know?
I regret the
Do you know how
asking.
much ass cheek I have and how I can't even possibly see my own asshole?
Oh,
Have you
even
want
if
to
I
take a
wanted
picture
to.
so you can
I don't
see?
think anyone can like just look at their own asshole if they want.
Even in a mirror.
try hard
I
enough,
couldn't
you
even
can.
bend over and turn around and look at it in a mirror.
I don't have a standing mirror, so I honestly, I feel like if I had one,
Use a
I'd probably
sitting
be able
mirror.
to.
You had a bathroom. Those mirrors are already...
Put the mirror on the ground, and then you squat over the mirror.
Oh, yeah, is that what we doing?
That's how I shave my butthole.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And then if you're talking about making your asshole look better, why not bleach it, bro? Why did you say, I'm going to water jet it? Like, you've never washed your ass before.
Have you seen those videos online where people power wash fences and they go from being really dark to really clean?
You know who has a whole kit for that? Manscaped.
No, fuck that. They actually
they
sponsor other people, but not us. So unless they sponsor us, I'm not plugging no
We're
products.
speaking into existence. Manscaped.
And hello, Tushy.
Feel the wave.
Hey,
Is that weird?
What? No. Hold on. Doesn't Manscaped only like help you with like crotch hair? Like I don't think they actually have like butthole
it's
stuff.
body
I'm pretty
hair
sure your
trimmer.
butthole is a part of the crotch.
It's body hair trimmer, A. B, now they have like ear and nose hair trimmers too.
Oh, but what about your asshole? We want to make it look better. That's what I'm
saying.
asking.
It's
They
a
got
part of
no
the
cut
thing.
technology, bro. So I'm pretty sure that if you bent over and just started going to town, you shouldn't cut your asshole up. So
I mean, I'm
essentially,
pretty
it
sure
would
right.
shave your asshole.
So there's something wrong with hairy assholes?
Yeah, I don't like having one, bro. What are we talking about? You know
Yeah,
what,
bro.
Cue the intro.
You're on with Maui,
No relation to the trademark whatsoever.
D-Mark,
I don't believe in none of this.
and X.
Which, by the way, Dick Wolf is the best name ever.
And this is When Awesome Collides.
And we're back. Welcome to When Awesome Collides. It's your boy Maui here with D-Mark and X, of course. Another week, another fun stuff filled episode. So what are we doing today, guys? Honestly, I don't even know what I'm here doing.
How do you keep showing up every week asking what we doing?
Because obviously I'm a terrible co-host.
Nah,
I just
he's
come in
saying
and hope
talent.
that you guys.
He says, I'm the talent. I walk in the door. You don't talk to me. I put my beat on the track, or I put my lyrics on the beat, and I walk out, Blueface style.
I only come in here because you guys give me beer every single time.
That's
so.
fair.
Okay. This week, we are going to hopefully have a somewhat civil discussion, civil for us, I think, on who do we think did a better job, Cartoon, or Nicktoons?
I think we need to define that because I feel like I'm not prepared because like obviously there's a clear winner.
Oh, okay. So, well, no. Okay. So the parameters of the discussion are, because then if you said Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon, that I think is a clear winner. Because then you have like Toonami and
Adult Swim, all that. Yeah, no doubt.
So Cartoon, it was like 95 to 2003, 2004 was when Cartoon was actually on. And then the Nicktoons in discussion, even though they re-aired them later, would have been around the same, we'll say the same time frame. Either they aired or were airing during that time. And
hey, real quick before we start, want to shout out Jamie back in the building. Took a week off last week, but he's in here doing his thing this week. Say what's up. What's up?
Hey, and
we got him a
mic'd up,
mic
too.
and we got him headphones. He part of the actually shit now.
He's in there.
Professional.
Yeah, last time he was here, he was like, I feel like a bum, and we said you are a bum. And then we decided to grace him with some equipment.
Grace him. I thought he was paying us back. What happened?
No, I mean he is.
Oh, okay.
But we still can grace him
Because we don't have the money to just throw him shit. So anybody listening, remember that if you want Jamie to be treated better, you should you should throw us a couple bucks.
His treatment is solely reliant upon your contribution to the show.
Mm-hmm. So you got to like, you got to subscribe, all that
share
shit.
with your friends, all of that.
Yep, share, follow our OnlyFans, all that shit.
I can't wait to have content on our OnlyFans.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Somebody sent me a comment saying that we should do a sexy calendar.
Yeah, I got that too.
Literally, that's already in the plans, bro.
Yeah. I said,
Mr. March right here, bro.
Absolutely.
So are we? Is
Yes.
it 3 of us across 4 months or 4 of us across 3 months?
It's all of us across every month.
Yeah.
Oh shit! We all in each month?
Yeah. I mean, we all have like a 1 month, like our birthday month could be like single shoots, but the rest of them are group shoots.
It's group shoots, bro.
That'll be the first time on my birthday I've been a single person.
Mm.
That's weird.
You ain't never what?
I should.
He's always had a bitch, bro. It's a game
Came out the womb.
I actually meant twins, so share birthday. So if I'm on the page by myself, you could just Photoshop another
I
Maui
was
in
say
there.
technically if you're a twin, you always technically are the other person too.
Yeah.
They don't know what the other person looks like.
But also, we're going to get not X also in the calendar
Yeah, no
just to
doubt.
make sure you don't never have a singular moment in your life.
Gotcha.
That's how your moment is now.
All right, cool. Well, on that note, help us fund our calendar or buy our calendar when we actually make one.
Just give me fucking money. Whatever.
Oh yeah, money's good. Money's good. Okay, so I took notes this week.
Oh shit. A la D-Mark.
Let's go.
Not just a la D-Mark. I kept it to not sentences and just single words because I didn't want to have typos and come off like a fucking idiot.
I thought because you could
people are
read.
gonna see it.
So like,
Like you gonna post them on OnlyFans? Like, look,
of course,
look
yeah.
how stupid I am. Look at my
no,
writing.
it's
Look at my fucking notes. Pay
it's
us
like,
$5.
Who was it? It was Shawn Michaels smells like a smug son of a bitch. Even though you meant to write looks like he'd be a smug son of. I don't want to fall into
Wow,
that.
I'm glad that we brought that up. We're bringing up old shit here in When Awesome Collides.
That's all we do. So
That's true, actually.
okay, so before I go into anything, you said there's a clear winner, D-Mark. Who's your clear winner?
Cartoons. All day gang. Like they're good Nicktoons. Do not get me wrong, but you can't tell me Dexter's Lab don't slap.
I would never tell you that.
You get all right. Powerpuff Girls. You tell me that don't hit.
Not at all.
Come on, Cora's a Cowardly Dog. You tell me that ain't it? Return the slab. Return the slab. Suffer my curse. Look at you, bitch. Look at you. Look like you're already ready to give up. And there's still more on the list. The list still has more on it.
It's an extensive list. Lenny, you got some skin in the game, Maui?
Well,
Because I can't ever remember who I'm talking to.
I would like to.
Dolphin sounds on that.
Yeah. I would like to let D-Mark know that I wholeheartedly disagree with that assessment
Wow.
for one singular cartoon.
What's up?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
So you're going to
SpongeBob
base the
Square-
entirety of
Yes.
your score on one singular show.
Yes, because
Wow.
this is how I see it. Nicktoons best, which is SpongeBob. If anyone has any, listen, I have a whole list of shit, but I'm just popping it off with the main discussion. If you put up SpongeBob versus any Cartoon Network show, any within that time period, the only one that probably give it a run for its money is Ed, Edd and Eddy. And even still, and I'm the biggest fucking Ed, Edd and Eddy fan in the world, but to talk about Ed, Edd and Eddy versus SpongeBob, when we're talking about marketing, when we're talking about, shirt sales, and even hold on, let me finish.
All right.
And I'm not even talking about looking at it from like 2020 vision, now. I'm talking about even then, like there was no market for Ed, Edd and Eddy. There was a humongous market for SpongeBob. And they were talking about just marketing ability, eyeballs, all that. SpongeBob wins hands down.
So you're
But if we wanna
quantifying
have
this by sales, like by like
everything.
market share?
What? I'm sorry. What are we
by
discussing?
as far as right? So that
Yeah,
X,
no, this is my debate. I mean, we're debating this,
what are
right? This is what I'm bringing to the table. If you guys were unprepared and you just want to talk about, well, I feel that this show was better because I had my favorite episode, which probably was actually what X is gonna do. But I'm here to give you some like full blown facts, information, statistics, and make you guys look real fucking foolish. But if you guys want to come through,
I don't feel like that makes me look foolish at all. Like,
Yeah, I think so.
Imagine going to a 4-year-old, but like, hey, what do you like? I like unicorns. Oh, them niggas stupid.
yeah, just like that.
What a market share on unicorns.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at these mythical animals.
Do
we
you
got.
know how
you
many
can, like-
more horses have been sold than unicorn toys?
got-
It doesn't. No.
Well, okay.
Griffin's got
Then-
34% market share right now in mythical animals.
All right, then by that logic, then, hey Tim, I guess that who'd you say LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan? Because if we can't bring facts and statistics into this,
Bill Russell.
and then we're just
He said Bill Russell.
Bill
See?
Russell, yeah. And then Bill Russell is number one because if we're only going to consider how you just personally feel about things and not actually facts, then yeah, you guys are going to be here and win all day.
Okay, I'm glad you conceded already. Cool
Yeah.
talk. Cool talk.
Yeah. So what
So
you
we're
got,
done.
X?
We're done, right?
Yeah, wrap it
Roll
up.
that
Cue
shit.
the outro. Cue that Maui beats.
I don't know how the outro go.
It's hard though.
That's actually
it's
pretty.
hard.
That feels pretty close. So now I feel like some sort of fucking piece of shit.
You should
'Cause
actually. You really should.
I wrote out.
I like this show because they had my favorite episode. I already know. That's what he has on there. Go and read that shit. Hey, Jamie, can you do me a favor? Look at his paper, and it says those exact things. I will stop the show right now. If
It doesn't
says,
say those, but it was. I put them in tiers based on how much I liked the individual shows.
oh, I like this show the most because it made me laugh the most. I like this show.
No,
because,
I did that a
yeah,
little
personal
bit.
preference. It's all good. That's all good.
Well, I mean, yeah, but how else would you qualify that? How would you?
I just gave you things.
So
I
you
just said.
so you
Well,
looked
you
up.
took
Hold on,
a
hold on. So you
show that
looked up
started
every
in
show.
'99,
Right, you looked up every
and it's
show.
still on.
I did.
All of them.
Obviously,
Oh,
You
a
looked
good
up
amount of them.
How much? All right. So what was so I can verify, just so I can make
Oh,
sure you're
you-
not talking out of your
okay.
ass. So
All right.
what was the Powerpuff Girls peak viewership?
What year?
Go ahead, give me any year, bro. You
Well,
give
no,
me.
no,
you-
I'm asking
give
you.
Me, no, no, no.
What are you
give
trying
me-
to quantify right
give
now?
me the right. Well, you said you researched this. You said you came prepared.
I didn't look at Powerpuff Girls. I'm gonna be honest. I think Powerpuff Girls is awful.
What
The only
the
thing I like about Powerpuff Girls is Mojo Jojo always gets his ass whooped. The most ruthless shit, in fact.
You telling me?
Mojo Jojo be like, "Hey yo, I'm gonna go and steal the things because I'm Mojo Jojo," and then the Powerpuff, get out here, Mojo Jojo, to beat his ass.
So you telling me the story of a doctor who was like, "Hey, I want to make some children,"
Mm-hmm.
and then he said, "Oh no, I made alien mallet-handed girls. I gotta protect them." And
Yo,
then
they
go out and
always
fight
got paws. That's the one thing, bro. I wish that the UFC was a thing when the Powerpuff Girls were around. Because listen, they wouldn't even need fucking MMA gloves. They got
Right.
the mitts
They got-
ready.
They got mallets for hands, bro.
they
You
born
telling
with the
me
mitts.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Boom.
The Rowdy Rough Boys is the single greatest episode in the. Hold on, bro. how do you? Hold on.
Hold
We're
on, so we're gonna compare
No, no,
episode
no,
for
no.
episode because
No,
that's
no,
what you
no,
want to
no.
do. I'm with it because I can come through with the SpongeBob episodes.
You know
no,
what?
it sounds like you looked up SpongeBob and said this show's
This
been on
is-
for 21 years.
You looked
so
at
it
one
wins
thing
no
and
matter
said,
what.
"Yes, this
Okay.
is the winner."
This is what we're doing now. So see, listen, Jamie, you can verify. I also have DMark notes. See right here. See, you see notes right there. You see, I actually have.
Fancy.
You see, I have cartoon, and Nicktoon stuff as I scroll.
I did that too, but on
Yeah.
paper and not digital.
Well, because
I mean,
I
we
live
do
in 2020.
right?
Yeah, it's all good. But you know what? I did talk about Dexter's Lab, Kids Next Door, Two Stupid Dogs, I Am Weasel, Secret Squirrel. So, I mean, listen, if you guys want to go down the list as far as what's hot and what's not,
Yes, do that.
I can
That's
do
the
that.
point.
That's the point.
I got it. I got it too, but I'm saying like just from my standpoint.
So
you
saying
popped it off
right,
with
right.
the
So
cartoon.
that's what I'm saying. You said, "Hey, look at all this information I got." SpongeBob. That's it.
That's it. That's the topic. Right, that right there, bro. SpongeBob. That's it. I'm ready. Krabby Patty. Squidward fucking loves Krabby Patties. Was my favorite episode. I mean,
That was a
So
good
wait. My favorite episode was this, and that's why it wins.
I didn't write it down. I'm just saying right now.
Right, he said, "I didn't write it down."
I
so
didn't
you
write it down
can't
either.
prove it.
I just wrote down who I thought was better.
But yeah, come on with it.
Go ahead. You tell
Yeah.
me why. First off, you tell me why the overall thing was better, which is probably going to be better than what this dude over here.
I
got going
actually, I had stats and everything. You
Oh,
guys
let's
were
go
mad.
ahead. No,
but
I
you
told
gave
you
it
You
down.
gave it
You
zero.
gave us zero. You gave us none.
What are you talking
What
about?
are
He
you
said,
talking
"Give me,"
about?
and you said,
Give
"Oh,
me more."
the
You said,
one
"What
question
you
you
want?"
asked me happened to be the one thing I didn't look up because I thought it was garbage."
Well, yeah, because I thought Powerpuff Girls was whack, but it's all good.
Powerpuff Girls was one of the longest running cartoon shows, and they brought it back.
Yeah,
so
they
you're
gotta have
going to say
something
the
for,
thing
you know,
that you think is garbage,
for the other people,
but
I think-
might have helped. Well, not your argument, because your
Terrible
argument is Nicktoons
Yeah.
is better.
Go ahead, X.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Powerpuff
Jamie.
Girls is number 2 on Cartoon Network's most watched shows.
Oh, wow.
What's number 1?
Yoko.
Holy Oak.
No, it's so hard. Right, listen.
That was
Obviously-
super unexpected, first off.
obviously-
But
Number
Cody
three
That's
was
number one,
number
though?
3 was Courage.
that is, you know what's
And then
Number one is Code Lyoko
Hold
for
on,
most
number
watched
four-
shows.
Number 4 is Dexter.
That's crazy that Cole Lyoko's number one because I would have put. First off, it does slap. Don't get
It's
me wrong.
unbelievably
It's super
good.
good, but you could not have told me that it was number one. I don't feel like
It's
what?
such a. It seems like such a niche kind of
Canada
fucking
stand
show.
up
Yeah,
or
for
French
sure.
Canada stand up. Y'all did something right for once.
Did you say first Canada?
French Canada.
I was like, who's second?
Yeah, French Canada did something right for once. Shout out Quebec.
Shout out Quebec with the blue and white flag.
Hey, look
yeah,
at
yeah.
you learned it.
I only know that because of the wrestling. You know, that they had like a French Canadian tag team. I can't remember their name right now.
Le croissant.
No, it wasn't. I think it was La Resistance, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I know that.
That's French for le croissant.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm gonna just say my list of things, even though I seem like an idiot now. So I'm just gonna say for Nick, my S tier, I had SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, Rugrats versus Cartoon Network's S tier, which I had is Dexter, Ed, Ed and Eddie, Courage, and Powerpuff Girls.
That's 4, bro.
How you
just
throw
named
4?
How you throw 4
Yeah,
on
give me
the
a
S tier?
fourth. Give me a fourth one for.
How you gonna put
Well, here's
Nickelodeon?
the thing though. There was more Nick cartoons. And honestly, I didn't feel like another one slapped hard enough to be an S tier, but
That's what
I
I'm saying.
couldn't
They
leave.
got a whole Doug, bro. What are you talking about,
we can't
bro?
use Doug.
No, Doug was before.
Doug was before 95.
But it ran to the same time.
No,
No,
you
it did
can't
not.
count things that run through the thing.
No, you if it started
it started before
before
the
but
game-
ran into
so,
the time.
so we can't talk about Rugrats. We can't talk about
no,
Doug.
we can because Rugrats ran 91 to 2003.
Yeah.
Doug ran 91 to 94.
Dang,
So
did it
we're
really end
starting-
in 94?
Bro, yeah.
but
Disney-
it still ran through that block.
Well, I guess
No,
you're
the
saying 'cause we
block
started-
started in
I thought
95. So
didn't
how do
we
you
put
run
95 as our
Jamie, can you look it up the years that Doug ran through
91
Nickelodeon?
to 94? Look, I already did it.
No,
I
it's cool.
did it
I
all,
just-
and
I
I'm
just
going
need
to
you
write the
him to
years
do it.
down.
Yeah, I want Jamie, since he's our fact checker, to make sure that you're
Do you-
not full of shit.
Do you know why I did that? Because I cared to write my statistics down. So when I came to play the
Oh,
right
but
way.
you still have a list
big
of.
boy stuff.
I think this was my favorite show
which he backs up
with a runtime.
with runtime.
Oh,
bro. That's
okay,
important.
all right.
Runtime went into it. How much I liked it went into it, and then
Yeah.
how big of a deal it was overall went into it.
Jamie with the.
Nickelodeon was 91 to 94.
Right, because Disney picked
and
it
then,
up.
And then, yeah, ABC.
Or ABC and
I
Disney
forgot.
picked it
96
up
to
later.
99.
Yeah, I forgot that. Oh yeah, it did move show.
Oh,
Okay.
look who did their research now.
Hey,
I mean,
got
if it
my
helps, so
ass.
Doug slapped real hard though.
Doug was
Yeah.
great.
But
Doug was
what
great,
I'm-
but I
all
still
I'm
had
saying-
that in A tier. Ren and Stimpy, I
Banging on the
had.
trash can.
Drumming on the street.
on the trash can. Hey, okay.
IU.
Killer Tofu.
EI. Yeah, it's real good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And nematodes and the dinks.
And Skeet Face.
Skeet face step. We did go over that. So hold on, wait a minute. This is real quick though. So you've got 4 cartoons listed in S tier, and 3 Nicktoons listed in S tier.
I didn't
And
think.
your argument is that Nickelodeon's Nicktoons was better.
I think Nickelodeon overall was better. I think that Cartoon Network happened to have a show or two that slapped a tad harder, but overall, Nicktoons was better.
so. 3 is larger than 4. I got it.
One of those shows is still on. One of those shows ran for 14 years, and the other show ran for 14 years. All of the ones on the cartoon side, Dexter ran for like 6, Courage ran for 3, Powerpuff Girls ran for like 7, and then Ed, Ed and Eddie ran for like 8. So,
When did Samurai Jack come out?
like
Jack and
2006.
2006. Okay, so that's way past.
It was just right outside that window. There was a couple of them, like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends didn't make our list.
Which slapped.
Oh no,
Foster's
no.
was-
Hold on, real quick. Samurai Jack aired for the first time in 2001.
But it wasn't on Cartoon or Adult Swim.
Cartoon.
Because he actually was a featured guest, which is really weird because Jack isn't very charismatic. He was like, I am Samurai Jack, and you're watching cartoon. Ooh, how, who? Because whatever reason, Johnny Bravo
That's Johnny
actually
Bravo.
Johnny Bravo came through afterwards.
Which
cleaned it up.
in all
An
fairness,
incredible another
I have
show.
Johnny
You can't-
Bravo.
You telling me you didn't put Johnny Bravo in S tier?
Johnny Bravo was
Johnny Bravo
high-key
was
S tier.
quintessential for like first
well,
off.
that's
there's
where, as a
he let-
pedophile and a misogynist.
Whoa, that's true.
misogynist is true. The pedophile.
His best
No,
friend was
sir.
a little girl that he talked about how much he wanted to fuck other ladies to.
I mean, he was just, you know,
Right, he was
chilling.
telling that little girl, "Hey, I
That
wouldn't
feels
have
like
sex with
some
you.
sort of sexual
I'd have sex
harassment.
with-"
If you sexually harass a kid, it's pedophile.
How's he harassing her?
Do you want a grown man talking to your daughter about these pieces of ass that he can't wait to take down?
No, I don't.
Maybe.
No, but that's
Wow.
got to be sexual harassment.
I mean, why is this kid hanging out with this adult in the first place? That should be your question.
Because no, Johnny Bravo lived with his grandma.
Yeah, he lived with his mom.
Was that redheaded girl like?
That was his mom. Oh, you're talking
No,
about
his neighbor?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
neighbor.
did she live by herself? I don't remember
No,
her
she was
parents.
a kid, bro.
I don't ever remember seeing her parents.
Facts. I also don't recall.
You gonna look it up, Jamie? Could you look up and
Jamie-
see if the little girl from Johnny Bravo had parents, or if she was more of a Disney style character?
Vagabond who tried to help a man score with every chick possible. Although I will say, for strong women, oh fuck myself.
What? You don't care about strong women? Wow.
Strong women, fuck myself.
Wow. He said it's Father's Day. It's my day.
Not today. Not today we talk about women.
No more kids. Yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna keep floating back to I wasn't really allowed to watch Johnny Bravo, so I didn't have enough information on Johnny Bravo, but I remembered what I saw and liked. So no, I didn't have it in S tier. But I did have Ed, Edd and Eddy, Dexter, Courage, and Powerpuff Girls.
Bro, Dexter's Lab, bro. There should be an S+ tier. The
Dexter?
episode of Dexter. I know you. When they went to Japan. Bro,
Oh man.
and they had come on, hold on. When they went to
No.
Japan, bro, and he had they had the robots fighting
I see-
robots.
You trying to appeal to me because you're talking about robots? Are you trying to win
Oh,
me
bro.
over?
There's
by talking
actually
about robots?
there's a
Is that what
couple
you're
of
trying to do?
shows on here with
I-
robot in the title, and I thought for sure
My Life
that
as a
one
Teenage
was going
Robot
to
was a
win
pretty
because
good
of
show.
that. Teenage Robot and then
Yeah.
Robot Jones.
Robot Jones was a weird show.
Both
Oh,
shows
yeah, that's
had
pretty garbage.
both channels had robots on them, so I thought for sure one would break the tie with
See,
the robot
even-
show. But now
even-
for Lenny, it's got to be a tie.
Even
For Maui, it's gotta be
garbage
a tie.
tier. So even garbage tier Cartoon Network shows are still watchable. Evil Con Carne and Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy
First off,
still
nope.
slapped.
Grim Adventures
Oh.
of Billy and Mandy is fucking dope.
That's what I'm
Evil
saying.
Con Carne on its own, not
It
great.
was
They actually
not
had them
good.
broken in like Grim and Evil, Billy and Mandy, and then Evil Con Carne. Evil Con Carne, just from a reception standpoint, actually was trash, so they canceled it after one season on its own.
Still, you could watch it.
You could okay. So here's what I have. We'll just jump all the way down to the bottom.
Hold on. Before you get too far, because I want to kind of mention this comment he just made about the best episode of Dexter's Lab.
About the one where they had to go fishing. That was a good episode.
No. The best episode was when they finally had Dexter's mom in a bikini.
Oh, okay. I was actually gonna say that.
I was like,
we talking
yo.
about top tier wagons,
Yeah,
bro.
yes, sir.
Dexter's mom.
Yes,
Bro.
sir.
But Dee Dee got none of it.
She got none of
She
that,
got-
bro.
Dee Dee takes after.
First off, she like
no, her dad
10,
had
bro.
cakes too.
Yeah,
Dee
we
Dee
should
got
probably keep it
nothing.
moving.
Yeah, 10. You should
yeah,
keep it
probably.
moving
Let's
on
just
that.
probably keep it moving on the
Wee-oo.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get to the next
How
topic
we know
here.
how old Dee Dee was? She was older than Dexter.
Yeah, but she was definitely not legal. So how about we keep in?
It don't matter how old she was. She definitely was not old enough to be a part of this
Yeah.
conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, codename Kids Next Door is not S
Bro,
tier.
that
She was
100%
I have that.
She was 15.
I have that on
She was
8 tier.
15.
Definitely not.
Hold
okay.
on, that's weird.
Right,
I
so
did
by
not- I would
15,
not
you
have
think
seen
that
her
you
as
wouldn't
15.
look like that.
That is kind of funny because she did not.
When
fill out
both your
anything.
parents got cakes and then you were
Well, hold on.
toothpaste.
She got all the feet.
Codename Kids Next Door was not S tier.
No, they can't all be S tier,
Yes,
bro.
they can. Luckily for have you ever played NCAA? You can get all 5-star recruits, bro.
Yes, sir.
You can get all 5-star recruits. You ever play Madden? You can get 5th round gems that are
Do
1-star
you
talent.
think that
bro.
I've played Madden or NCAA?
Have you ever played Destiny? You
Hold
can
on,
get
bro.
Ingrams.
This man
with,
just said he
like,
never played NCAA.
He never
I
played. He
can't,
don't like
bro.
good stuff. He don't like
I
good
can't.
stuff.
I barely went to college. Why am I going to play games about people in college?
Yeah, have you been to space, bro? You play games. You play games about people in space all the time.
He got his
I
ass.
wasn't aware that you were a military. That you were in the space army.
NCAA football is the best sports
Earth is in
RPG
space.
that there is.
So if Earth is in space, then I am in space and I can play space games.
You know what? That's technically
Dang.
right, but I don't like it because technically everything's in space.
Nah, I won't accept it.
Right.
No.
So if NCAA was in space, then there's no reason I shouldn't have played it.
I mean,
ever been a
technically
pirate?
is in space, so
Hey,
it's on Earth
you ever
too,
been
based on
you
your
ever been a
logic.
pirate?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
ever
have
been
actually.
you ever been a giant hamster?
Yeah.
You been a giant hamster?
Yeah.
Okay, well, now you're just lying, but that's fair.
I was a pirate one year for Halloween.
I like how you. That, I'm gonna just start doing that for every
start
argument from now. Just
lying
start
my
lying.
ass off.
Just
Like,
start
yeah,
straight
like-
lying. Hey,
Prove to me I was not a giant hamster.
See, that's
here
fair.
we go.
I can't
Here we go.
prove you weren't a giant hamster. Cow and chicken S tier.
So
See, Iron
you're-
Weasel,
no,
I can give you like B
But
tier.
you're not
What?
trying to be
Oh, okay.
objective.
Iron
You're
Weasel,
sitting
Iron
here.
Weasel. No,
You're
I'm-
sitting here saying that every
It's not
show
this
that
is the
came
most
out was S
subjective
tier.
argument you could possibly have. Which do you like better? I like if you're based on the math. No, math don't feel anything. What? Math is the coldest of sciences, bro. 2 + 2 doesn't equal love. That's why robots have such a hard time in movies.
Okay, well,
One show that don't get enough love, man, is Angry Beaver.
I
Angry
love
Beavers.
Angry
You know you're
Beavers.
bro,
Angry Beavers, bro.
Spawn is one of my favorite episodes where
I
they're
still
trying
put
to
it on
figure
B
out
tier, though.
why the fish.
Ew, what?
You put it on B tier, bro?
Do not listen to this man at all. That's it. He don't
See,
get to talk. He
You
don't tell
can't
stories.
suggest no more
No.
topics. Imagine
Nothing.
suggesting your own topic. It would be like, hey, you know what's super cool? Football. You know the best football team in the world? The
Buccaneers.
The Lakers. Like, that's not even close, bro.
Ooh, that's
not
even
even a
worse,
slow
yeah.
Beavers
sport.
is at least on
A tier?
Nickelodeon. I guess Lakers are on the basketball, so that makes
Right, but I said, you know what? That's how I know you don't listen. Because I just said football, and you said, yep, Lakers are basketball teams.
right. Lakers, yeah, that works out perfect. Okay, so what part of this is subjective then? Because like,
No, every part of this is subjective.
right. So how you yelling at me when you didn't even hear what was on my
Even
A tier?
Sheep in the Big City, which was garbage, is still good.
It was.
It was
vaguely
real
remember that
bad.
show.
It was
Yeah.
real bad, but every time I watch it, I'm like, this show's so stupid. But I watched 100-something episodes, so it had to do something
No,
right.
you didn't only have
Yeah,
like 40
sometimes you spend
episodes.
on
I
Cartoon
watched
Network.
every episode 2 times
That's still only 80 episodes.
and a third. I watch it as many times as it takes for me to reach 100.
Just because, you can't call him out. If he's going to lie his
So
ass
there is
off to
one
make
show,
it.
Mike, Lou, and Og was garbage. The
Oof,
show about
yeah.
the cave people.
I put that as C tier.
It was
What? C?
yo.
That's
it was
average.
F. It
I
was
have
F,
S, A,
bro.
B, and C.
So C is an F.
Wow.
There's not enough. I don't know how this works. If you get a C in any
It's
Capcom
his
game, you
topic.
suck.
And he
No,
don't even know how to
S
rank things.
In Devil May Cry, S is
Did
great.
he say
A is-
C? He said C is the
He said C is awful.
Look at Capcom.
Average
if you
is
get
the worst.
If you get a C in any
A-tier
Capcom
shows-
game, you sucked. I had
A-tier
never done.
shows.
Have you had grades, nigga? Like in general? Like have you had like
S is not a grade.
it is now.
Right. So if you have S,
S is higher than A is what I know.
yeah.
And I know
Because
that F is
Because
terrible.
of what kind of games?
What you talking about? Because fighters?
How you know?
The
Okay.
fighters?
But they don't have D and F. They go S, A,
Do they
B,
not?
C. No.
Jamie,
Are
can
you
check that
sure?
up to
Can
make
you
sure
check
there's
if
no-
Devil
Every
May
Cap-
Cry has a C or an F or a D or an E?
Nope. Devil May Cry goes to C. C is the worst.
C is the
S,
worst?
A, B, C.
Nah, bro. I rank my shit to F.
I don't care where you rank it. You're yelling at me for how I ranked it, and I chose to
Yeah.
rank it based on how I know
Because C
things
is
are ranked.
average. What?
Is that because you're average, so you got a lot of C's?
So
Yes.
A tier shows to you are the average. So I mean B tier. B
S,
tier.
S. I would say B is more average. C are the ones that
Are
just
shit
made
tiers.
like
Go
not
with that
necessarily.
public school grading system. I got it.
Starts at D.
What does?
Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry goes.
Okay, well I have
it
don't
goes-
care about it,
goes-
so those starts with D. So I guess I have a D tier.
It has S,
Just
and then
making it
has
up as he goes.
No.
Oh my god.
triple S.
This is don't remember, and then that was Action League Now and Time Squad.
Oh, hold on. Did you? Oh, I'm about to lose my shit. Did you just say you have not watched or even ranked Time Squad
I don't even know what that
and
is.
Action League Now?
Bro,
I don't know
Action
what
League
that
now.
means.
You don't know
I
what
will
Action
slap-
League now is?
Oh my god, you are not fit for this discussion.
That's
you are not
crazy.
fit for this discussion. Those are the two. One of the most
Blam,
two.
bro. Like,
Oh my god.
I know what Kablam is.
Then how did you?
I
not-
didn't rank it because I couldn't remember if it was a cartoon or not.
It doesn't matter. It was on the. This is intense.
Listen,
This is-
bro. I have both those things. That's like my underrated. Time Squad
Stinky
was so
diver.
great.
Well, if they're underrated, it would make sense how I don't remember them.
and Milkman.
With the power to
Milkman.
Milkman with the power to.
Oh,
Melt.
is-
Melt.
which one's that? I remember that.
Actually, now.
You are stressing me out, man. Like,
I can't, bro.
What a wild way to. What a wild day.
Oh my god.
Time Squad was see. So I don't think I like Time Squad.
What?
I'm not saying it
How
wasn't.
many episodes
What
did you
is
watch?
Time Squad?
So it had the. It's hard to describe. It had the short dude who looked like
It had a
looked like the-
kid
it had the
who
kid
knew
from-
a lot about history.
Yeah.
They had a robot who knew everything about history.
Oh, that's why
Obviously
you
a
liked it.
robot.
There was a
Then it
robot
had
in it.
then
Perfect.
Space Ghost when
God.
he, like they had Space Ghost before he became a ghost. What he looked
And they
like.
had an actual time warrior that's supposed to help make sure that the timeline is.
That sounds
actually
like
taken care of.
Sherman and Mr. Peabody.
Except better.
Except for
Except not garbage.
I think that was generational. Like Sherman and Mr. Peabody was like we're too young for that to be.
No, I've still seen it, and then he made some. So the thing about Sherman and Peabody versus Time Squad is that Sherman and Peabody was very informational.
Jamie just showed me a
Toon
picture
Squad.
of Time Squad, and I barely remember that show.
Time Squad did a
It was
really
still
good
a pretty
job.
decent show. But I mean, not saying it was. I mean, it was probably I guess C tier on your weird rating system It was completely
in the
average.
I don't
C.
remember.
That's what I'm saying. No, remember he said C. Yeah, I didn't like it that much, man.
bro.
I didn't rank
would
it
say
'cause I
it's a
didn't know
B
what it
to B
was.
plus.
Sell me on it. Sell me on it.
So the thing that I like about Time Squad is that so it at first introduced this guy, the kid, he was actually an orphan, and he had accidentally ran into the time travelers, the robot and the time warrior guy. I can't remember their name right now.
So not that good. Continue.
No, fuck, dude. It's been like 10 years. I've done so many
You
things.
can
since
name
then.
everybody in SpongeBob though.
Well, that's because I still watch SpongeBob to this day.
I mean, that's not fair because to this day, that's not fair because SpongeBob is like continuing on.
And it's also a meme, so you know.
That is true. Some of the best memes
SpongeBob.
came out of SpongeBob, man. Caveman SpongeBob was dope.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Caveman SpongeBob, good meme. Every Patrick meme where Patrick was looking mad because like where he was about to catch
can't see his forehead.
Caveman, right? Is the best.
But back to Time Squad. So it does a lot of things where it teaches you a little bit about that time period. So they had stuff where like they'd have Abraham Lincoln, Edgar Allan Poe, and it taught you a lot about these historic figures and stuff that was going on during that time. But they had like a comedic spin on it. So it'd be kind of like there was an episode where like Edgar Allan Poe was like evil, and like it's because he wasn't necessarily like he hadn't gone through his traumatic event yet to be able to make him like turn into like full sad Edgar Allan Poe. Or like there was like Lincoln was like a bitch or a pussy or some shit, and then so they had him go through like certain events so that way he'll become president. So it's just making sure that the timeline stays on target. And it was actually a really really fun show, informative and also hilarious.
I'm not sold.
Well, you know, we can't all have great taste, Mr. C tier.
Okay, real quick. All right, so
Go ahead. Lay
let's
it on
get
us.
yelled at even
Sell
more.
me on it. Sell me on it.
Tell you on which part?
Whatever you about to say, sell me on it.
Because you're not doing a good job.
You're not doing it at all.
I wasn't in the argument phase. I was saying, here's my opening information, and
But it was
then
garbage. Like you didn't do a
That's
good
okay.
job.
you
He's about to-
continually
he's
tell
about
me
to put
that
it on.
everything I do is
Hey,
garbage.
he's about to put it on
It's
us right
all
now.
right.
Let's go. Let's make it happen.
So, my A tier shows for Nick were Rocco, Invader Zim, Hey Arnold, Rocket Power, and Cat Dog.
You have Hey Arnold in A tier, not S. I gotta hear. What's your S tier? What's S tier?
SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, and Rugrats.
You think Hey Arnold is worse than Fairly Odd Parents?
No, I said I was trying to be slightly objective,
I
and I
will
didn't
say-
know how to be fair. Otherwise, in my S tier, I would have put SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, Rocco, Arnold, Cat Dog, Rocket Power, Angry Beavers. That's
Hold
what I
on.
would have put in my S tier.
You
But
would've
then I was trying to be slightly objective and think, well, did I just really like them, or did other people maybe like them too?
No, see, I would agree with that. The only one I wouldn't have put in S tier would have probably been Cat Dog. I enjoyed Cat Dog, but I don't necessarily feel the S tier. Like the Hey
One
Arnold,
fine
bro,
day with a boot-
Maria, what goes on here? Like that's one of the best, bro. When the fourth graders when they were playing football and old boy caught the football and crushed the mailbox, bro. I laughed for like an hour. I was like, is that what third graders think fourth graders look like?
And they had that tree house outside the fucking school, and then you walked up to it and had like 3 couches in it.
And old boy had the coolest room in the history of rooms, which as I've gotten older, I realized it would be insane because that boy lived in New York. There's no way his top floor little room would have been like
With the sky
2,000
view.
square.
But it was like a whole, it was like
2,000
a
square
whole
feet.
apartment.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
so
he
he
had
was in the master suite. His grandparents had probably just had rent control because they were old as balls and
yeah.
were like owned that building, and then tricked immigrants
Jamie,
into
could
living
you-
there, taking their money.
Jamie,
Is
could
basically
you
what
look,
they did.
look up and see what happened to his parents? Wasn't there a movie?
Yeah, they got lost in like the forest or
Arnold's
some
parents?
shit.
Yeah.
They went on
You
like
gotta
an
watch, Yeah,
expedition.
you gotta watch the movie.
Weren't they related to the Wild Thornberries? Is that something like that? Is that right?
No,
I'll just make that up.
the
Should
Rugrats
we,
and Wild
should we spread
Thornberries.
that like it's real? Wow, I can't believe that Hey Arnold and the Wild Thornberries are in the same universe.
It should have been
That's
a collab.
crazy.
Yeah.
Donnie was Tarzan's son, so that means that Frozen is linked up with the Nick universe. That's crazy.
Damn, bro.
Spread it
Disney,
around.
Nicktoon,
That's
cartoon.
crazy. Are you looking it up? Okay, yeah, no doubt.
Well, but then he'll spoil the movie.
Bro, the movie like
No, the movie came out like a year ago.
ain't no way. What?
Yeah, it did. The Hey Arnold movie. Same with Invader Zim.
Yeah, it was it Nick? Was it
It was on
Netflix?
Hulu,
No?
wasn't it?
Hulu? They
Hold
did.
on,
There's
what?
an actual Hey Arnold movie that
Came out a year ago?
explains his parents. I'm not gonna read
Because
it.
the
You
very
want to
last
see it, but
episode
there's,
I'll
doesn't-
look it up,
there is a
but yeah.
movie that actually explains like it's him finding his parents.
What? Finding his parents?
I
I,
thought
thought
they
they
were
died.
dead. Oh, you just ruined the movie.
You ruined the movie.
That's what the movie's about.
you
I'm
just
done.
spoiled the movie for me,
Wow.
bro.
Now I
What
can't even
the
watch the
fuck?
movie. They're fucking not dead.
Fire
So then
J-Man
Arnold goes to
2020.
don't remember at this point. Whole thing's a lie. But yeah, so I didn't want to throw like 3,000 fucking
Came out in
things.
2017, bro. But
That's like last year.
Yep, 2017, definitely last year.
2020 so garbage, bro. That 2017 was last year.
Yeah, he ran it back.
Yeah,
2017 was the last time I was happy, kind of.
Run it back to Obama was in office. Let's go.
That's fair. He was
That's not
like,
2017.
I mean, it's close. Shit.
It's not close
it's
at
really
all.
not, but that's all right.
The debate would be is how many S tier shows does each channel have? Does it kind of come down to more on that because you guys keep yelling this show should have been in this show?
I get what you're.
No, it's that your tier system is garbage.
Yeah, I think the problem is that it would be like if a child were asked to hey 3-year-old, what could you tell me
Which of these shows is the greatest?
Yes, exactly.
And they looked at pictures only. They didn't even watch it. They were just like, yeah, I just like these because they look colorful, and like the other ones are garbage. And like I don't know what an F is, so like C is fine.
Right. Like that's pretty much describes how he did it. It's like did you have Lil Randy help you with this?
It would make total sense.
It would honestly save
This took me like 2 hours.
Did it really?
Jesus.
Wow.
I sat down
Hey,
and
bud.
looked at all the shows,
Hey,
and
little
then
buddy, that's all right, man.
It's like he wrote them all down as he saw them on Wikipedia and said, that's good enough. That's fine.
I get it, man. That's what I do.
and then I put dots next to the ones to make sure I had used them in my tier system.
Oh, you mean that you put dots to the ones that make you laugh the most? Like, I like this one the most. I like the most episodes on this one.
So I don't think it should be. So I guess overall would be better than just what's S tier. I was just more interested of what your tier system looked like because you were wrong from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
So
From the very beginning.
it's like getting to how they like solving a mystery, but then like you're like, I know who did it, and then at the beginning you're like, the baker killed the girl with the candlestick, and they're like, this is a Wendy's.
I just want you to order a sandwich, bro. What the fuck?
What you talking about? Like, this is like, I don't know how you got
Isn't
to
this
the
Clue?
candlestick
Isn't this Clue?
from the Wendy's drive-through, and that's just what I'm more interested in at this point.
Are we making you feel real good?
I don't know if I'm feel good or bad.
I like the ranking system. I'd actually just I want to hear the rest though. I really do.
No doubt.
I mean, I want to know how it works though.
Did you do one for cartoon?
We're going to destroy
Yeah.
that one too.
No. We're gonna.
No, I've been telling you guys both, but I can barely talk before I get told I'm an idiot.
Because you're wrong.
If it's opinion based, I can't be.
That's
wrong.
fair. That's fair. Go ahead, lay it on us, man. Lay it on us.
Well, on A tier for cartoon, I had cow and chicken.
Wait, hold on. Oh, I apologize. No, the only reason I'm interrupting you is because you have an S tier, but you're starting this out in A tier.
No, I didn't. I said S tier was Dexter, Ed, and Eddie, Courage, and Powerpuff
Right,
Yeah, you
Girls.
popped out with the foe.
We've slept since then. You go from bottom to top.
But then I didn't finish. So you want me to do all of Nick
Yeah,
and then all of
bottom
cartoon?
to top. Slang it up.
Bottom to top?
Bottom to top. Yeah. What?
Yeah, we got
So
to
I
know what's
talk about
garbage
that I
first.
didn't like, and then
Yeah. Bring it on up.
That's how you do lists.
this is how people with sports do lists. I just do lists like I
You've
want.
never
to do
seen
them.
sports?
I like this one the most, so I want to talk about it first.
I don't ever see sports. I watch the Super Bowl every year because sometimes I get shrimp cocktail and can sit in a comfy chair.
That makes sense.
When you watch like the Oscars, you just like when they open up the envelope, they just say like Leonardo DiCaprio, and he starts celebrating. He's like, did not win. That's how I'm gonna start this off. We started off at who didn't win, and we're gonna go through all the way until we get to somewhere in the middle. Is
Honestly,
where
that would be
actually-
fucking
it'll
baller.
be
And then
wild.
honestly, we're like, all right, and so Leonardo DiCaprio is in 4th place.
Right.
And then go through it. I'd be like, man, this is great. It's so riveting.
I don't watch the Oscars either, though. You can just wake up the next day. It's like a NASCAR crash. Like that's all you want to see. So you wake up and you watch the news the next day, and it tells you all the stuff that you didn't have to waste 4 hours of your life doing.
Yeah, but you don't get the like jokes. Remember like when like Dave Chappelle hosted something like that once? Didn't he host like the Oscars? Didn't he host like the
I don't know.
Oscars?
No, I think Kevin Hart was gonna be like the first black person ever to host. Or
Oh no,
comedian.
Chris Rock. Chris Rock did it. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Shout out Chris Rock.
Clearly, I don't watch anything. I don't even watch TV. I don't even know how I rank this shit.
Especially cartoons, obviously.
Yeah, clearly don't even watch those. So if I guess on Nick, if I'm going from the bottom, I didn't know what Action League Now was.
But he remembered Meltman.
I do remember Meltman because his power to melt made me laugh every
It's the
time.
best.
But I didn't know that was a show. I thought it was just like an in between, like
Well,
a quick.
it was
like,
it was in
right. It was a
Kablam.
part
Yeah.
of Kablam. Yeah.
right. Okay. Well, then I didn't put Kablam on here because I thought it was not a
Only
cartoon.
had 12 episodes as its own show.
Action League Now did?
Action League Now?
Wow.
Like its own series?
It was 51 episodes, part of Kablam,
Yeah.
12 of its own.
I do not remember when it was on.
Damn.
Its own show was it the same length. Nice.
Thank
more
you,
you
Jamie,
learn.
for all of that information. So I had Action League Now, I guess, in D tier because fucking I didn't know what it was. C tier, I had Chalk Zone, Rugrats All Grown Up, My Life as a Teenage Robot, and As Told by Ginger.
I will say,
You had
Chalk Zone was the
Chalk
most
Zone?
garbage ass fucking
What?
show.
Chalk
Listen,
Zone was cool for like a couple episodes, and then it was
the
the same
first
thing.
episode. That's it.
No, I give it, like, if it was on, I would watch it, but I wasn't breaking down the door to go watch Chalk Zone.
It's just a slightly better Dragon Tales, and it's not even really better than Dragon Tales.
hold on. Hold on. Dragon Tales and
Dragon
Chalk Zone
Tales,
are not
Dragon
even
Tales.
close. What?
Well, you know, they went to a different world and shit and like beat off or whatever. It was the same thing. Is that not how that show went? Oh no, one fuck dragons
Hold
and
on,
then one
Dragon Tales
fuck-
they beat off, or which?
What?
They beat
What?
Oh, I downloaded the wrong
which
Dragon
show?
Tales, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Which?
You downloaded Dragon Tails.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
what it was? I swear to God, bro.
Or-
They
no,
rubbed
no,
this like
sorry.
fucking
DRA
rainbow dildo.
Yeah, it was like
and then they jumped into like these
DRAGGIA.
crazy fucking dragons, like had like massive dongs. They were just like sucking them off and shit. It's crazy.
Your Nickelodeon was way different than my Nickelodeon, bro.
That's that DR Nickelodeon.
Oh no, that was I downloaded on LimeWire, bro. That's all I got. I didn't have cable when I came up, bro.
Yeah.
It's LimeWire.
So those are C tier. B tier, I had Angry Beavers, Wild Thornberries, Jimmy Neutron, and Avril Monsters.
You had Angry Beavers in B tier?
Right, I already said I
get
wasn't
it, but it
sure. I was
doesn't
trying to be objective, so I didn't get yelled at. So then A tier, I had Rocco, Zim, Hey Arnold, Rocket Power, and Cat Dog.
Invader Zim was incredible, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And then S tier was SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, and Rugrats.
I still do not get Rocket Power so high, but not.
Because they were riders on a mission, action kids in play position.
Bro, I legitimately I was like, I thought it was fun position. I don't know what they said. Ooh, let me look that up before I go to jail.
We are riders on a mission, action kids in play position.
I just fucked with the wiggity
Rocket
wiggity
Power.
wiggity. And the fact
Wiggity,
that
And the fact that the dad looks like Hulk Hogan.
well no. Who was the
The dad kind of
Oh,
looked
and
like
Tito?
Raimundo.
Yeah, I would say Tito kind of looked like me, so I
Tito
fucked with it.
Yeah, representation. Good on
That's
Rocket
fair.
Power.
Exactly.
I get it.
Although those kids looked a lot more like Tito than they did Ray.
That's
Why would you say something like
bro,
that?
that's the secret.
Mm-hmm.
The mom died with that, taking that secret to her grave. That's
Yep.
what makes it all the better.
Before we say that, I don't remember if Tito was like
It's
her
play
brother or
position.
not.
Oh, and play position.
Hey, that's what I said. I listen sometimes. So that was my Nick roster. I don't want to do the next one. And then Cartoon Network was, I didn't remember Time Squad. D tier was Robot Jones, Evil Concarne, Mike, Lou, and Og. B tier was Grim and Evil and I Am Weasel. A tier was Cow and Chicken, Johnny Bravo, Billy, Mandy, Kids Next Door. And then S tier was Dexter, Ed, Ed and Eddie, Courage, and Powerpuff Girls.
Wow.
The silence worries me.
Yeah, because it's I don't know what you were expecting, bro. I'm thoroughly disappointed.
So did you want all of them to be S tier?
No,
I feel like I tried to think about it, but then every thought I had, you're like, those are right, but I would have added this shit to that one too. And I was like, but how can you overload it?
How about this?
Okay.
So why did you have the people in your S tier? What was it like certain episodes? What sparked you to put them as your top DD top?
I rememred most of them.
Oh, okay.
Like
You
I
based
remember.
this entire thing off of what you could remember.
No.
Like,
Like those
clearly.
are the ones that I watched the most, the most impactful to me when I watched them. Like partly though, some of these shows I wasn't allowed to watch. So then I had to watch them later and I didn't feel as connected to them. So when I talk about it out loud, it seems more emotion based than
No,
fact
but honestly, that's actually a really good point. Like, for Cat Dog was okay, but I guess it never really resonated for me. But watching like Hey Arnold was like, yeah, I'm in school and that kid's in school. So that's what made it a good show. Doug, when he had that episode where he even though we can't count it, where he opened his drawer or his closet and he just had the same outfit a bunch of times, I was like, that probably saves a lot of
But
time.
then he
I can
was
relate
like
to
fresh as fuck, and everybody's like, "This is really in style." And Doug's like, "But that's the clothes I've been having for 1,000 years now." And they're like, "Nah, you don't look good at all, though."
And then, so like in the episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog, like the Return to Slab episode,
Return to Slab.
It's quintessential to my entire childhood.
Mm-hmm.
So that's maybe why I have it in S tier. But I think the show in general was like, no, wait a minute. When did
Real quick, while we're on Courage the Cowardly Dog, I will say that Eustace is the greatest. He is the greatest fucking cartoon character. Like I don't want to say of all time, but definitely top 5 because he didn't say a lot. But whenever he came through in a show, it was gold every single time. I can't remember a single moment when Eustace was on the screen and he didn't make me laugh, even if he wasn't supposed to. Like just him making a face, just sitting there, just fucking angry as fuck with his fucking crimson chin and skinny ass neck, just sitting there, just fucking chilling, fucking being just fucking as obtuse as he can possibly be, making everybody's life miserable. Just fucking and fucking randomly scaring the shit out of the dog every single time he could, even though the dog's trying to protect his life. I love it so much.
One of
The dog was trying to protect Muriel. He would protect
but he also
Eustace because Muriel liked him.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But still,
Yeah.
like, you know, that was showed you how good, how much of a good boy Courage was, where he was like,
The
I
goodest
hate
boy.
this. Like, this nigga literally always he's doing his best to put me out of house and home.
I
But
also
you
want to know
what?
how he had such a
save him.
perfect circle gone out of
Oh,
one of
his
his
tooth.
teeth.
It's one of the scariest things of that show. Because like having a hole in your tooth. First off, it's kind of bad pet ownership because you think they're like, hey, dog with your weird bad teeth, like, you know, thanks for like taking care of us. Let's not fix your weird teeth.
They did live in the middle of nowhere in their defense.
I mean, but people constantly got to the house. So
Yeah, but
you had
like
to be able to
weird
get-
people, bro. It was never like a regular person.
He had a truck.
My favorite was the barber dude, the creepy ass barber.
That was one of my
feel-
favorite.
oh,
I love it.
Man.
Mhm.
Like there's a thing about there's got to be a tier. There's got to be a tier above tiers, like the one above all. Like there's got to be I'm talking
Like the SpongeBob tier, yeah, absolutely.
Well-
Yeah, SpongeBob should be triple S. Remember triple S you were talking about? That's what
SpongeBob S.
SpongeBob is.
I could give it
Yeah.
SpongeBob at triple S, but I would put Courage up there.
Ooh.
I would. Courage was one of the most enjoyable
Courage
shows.
was one of the coolest shows ever because there was
did-
nothing like Courage.
When
No.
you watched when I watch an episode of SpongeBob, I know what's gonna happen. I'm like, oh, SpongeBob's stupid. Huh, Patrick's stupid. Huh, everybody's around him's life is worse for them just being in it. But when I watch Courage, I'm like, ooh, what's that? What adventure are we gonna go on? Like, oh, they got cannonballs that make you sad when you get hit by them. What? They got giant rats that are secretly doctors, and he's got to go through a sewer system, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was adventures in that, bro. SpongeBob was just a grown man who never grew up, flipping burgers with his boss clearly breaking some sort of law.
You can't say this is the problem. This is the problem with where you're trying to say that Courage is just as good as SpongeBob, because I would say that Kids Next Door is better than Courage.
Yes,
So then what
okay.
would you say there?
Triple S tier. Kids Next Door was incredible.
No, I feel like, so me personally, now we're gonna bring feelings into
Here,
play,
go ahead,
like
feel
Xavier.
it, bro. Feel.
Kids Next Door and
What
Courage
an
the Cowardly
idiot.
Dog are completely different. Like it's like night and day. Like planets
Sure.
difference.
They're
You
actually
mean
completely
quality?
different shows.
Do you
Yeah.
mean quality or do you
Well,
mean type
everything,
of show?
every single thing.
Quality?
One is
Every single
the
thing.
the
Every single
whimsical
thing.
nature of children and their ability to make believe, and then one's about a dog who deals with paranormal shit and is
So
somehow
what-
the savior.
Oh, so what's the hold on? So you're saying that it's worse in quality?
Everything. So let me
Go ahead,
explain
break
why.
it down for me.
So the things that Courage was fantastic at was art. Courage was one of the only things that I would say that's really underrated, where it had like not only from the beginning of when they presented the episode, it was almost always different. In the show itself, it went from 2D to 3D to all kinds of different stuff. Every single character had personality. Every single character was different, and it was drawn differently, right? They made it a good point to point out that, hey, this person's different, whether it be the look or how they carried themselves. Like they actually put a lot of thought into each character when they present it to you. That was really good with Courage. But when you talk about a show, I would put Kids Next Door up there with almost Adventure Time, with how much they did as far as setting up the world and how huge the world was, and how every single person you met, it meant something. It always meant something. Even if it was just a lackey, like number 47 or whatever, each person had a personality, and then they also called back to that person multiple times as the seasons progress. So it gives it more versatility. And then not only that, but I felt like the show kind of grew with its audience. So I think, how long did the Kids Next Door run, Jamie? What, look that up for a second.
No, I got it. Look,
Yeah.
I don't even need Jamie. I did the work.
2002 to 2008.
Yeah. So as times went on, so you knew where like when the kids first started, the original the KND, like you could probably say like they were what, like maybe like 9 or 10. I forgot. Didn't they have a thing where when you became a teenager, they actually got
13.
decommissioned?
Yeah, you got decommissioned.
Yeah. So they started at 9 and 10, like, in 9 and 10, and then they kind of progress as time went on. And you can kind of tell like different problems that you would kind of also encounter as a kid would actually happen to them as well, whether like they started dating, they find somebody that liked each other, stuff like that. But most importantly, there was a different like ecosystem. The Kids Next Door did a really good job talking about diversity, like very subtly. I swear to God, number one had cancer, but they never talked about it. Then they had
Didn't he have
number,
a fake British accent though? Like, didn't you find out it was fake like later on in the show?
who number one?
Number one?
Yeah,
I don't know, but I don't know if
I
it's
don't
number
know.
one or not.
I feel like
Look it
he
up,
had.
Jamie.
Yeah, look that shit up, Jamie.
Did number one have a fake British accent?
But then going back to what I was saying, number two, like he was a bigger set kid, right? But they treated him like he was kind of goofy, whatever. But they still treated him like, you know, he was a second in command. He was very intelligent. Number three was an Asian chick, right? Number four was a guy from Australia, super hard headed, broke everything. I love him so much. My favorite character. Number five was a really smooth, you know, African American chick. So like they laid it out from the very beginning, like this is gonna be like deep, right? And as time went on, you got more and like more different characters from different parts of the world, from different backgrounds.
So is your argument more so from an inclusive standpoint?
Right, you
than-
Well, no,
'cause you're-
it's more than that. So not only does it have inclusiveness, not only does it have a rich story, a deep story. Every character you met meant something, and they called back to it multiple times. And I would even say that
He's
they had
British.
more. What? Who? Number
He
one.
is
Number
British?
one is British.
I thought he was-
Okay.
Okay.
But not only that, but they had really cool action scenes. They have creative weapons that would normally make no fucking sense, but are really, really creative. So when you put like if you're talking about like, you know, like apples and oranges or like, you know, dollar for dollar for show to show, I think that the Kids Next Door had more of a utility belt to call on and had a more expansive universe. And all that Courage kind of offered was it was a little different. It was more like alternative, like kind of like horror-ish, whatever. And then it was drawn kind of different, but like even still, like you were saying, like it kind of brings you the same thing every single time. And when
Why was SpongeBob so good?
So could K&D beat every show on Nicktoons?
Man, so why was SpongeBob so good? It's more of a Courage style show.
So the reason why SpongeBob was great, I just think it was just the comedy was more reaching to not only from kids to adults, and so there was like a lot of like hidden gems versus Kids Next Door. It didn't do that as often, and it didn't make as many
Courage
jokes.
So
He was saying that why would I not put Kids Next Door or SpongeBob on the same tier?
right, but you described the way you describe Kids Next Door
Yeah,
is not at all how you would describe SpongeBob.
right.
SpongeBob would be closer to how you describe Courage, but you consider it the top of top.
Yeah, because when you're talking about, like I said before, marketability and the range of people that liked SpongeBob, it's just in a whole different class. Also, when you're talking about the things that they did talk about and it was kind of not referenced and just overall, SpongeBob was really creative and really fucking funny. And if I had to put like a show that was probably in the same tier as SpongeBob as far as like comedy, I would probably say the Fairly Odd Parents. would
Fairly
be the
Odd
only ones.
Parents is my single favorite Nicktoon that ever came out of Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Ever.
As far as the comedy in the show, like SpongeBob is just out of this world, and so is Fairly Odd Parents. But just the problem with Fairly Odd Parents and SpongeBob, if you got to compare it to Kids Next Door, is that the world itself wasn't as expansive, so they didn't have as much to kind of play with. They had to create a lot of stuff on the go that they would not reference. Versus Kids Next Door, whenever they showed you something, it was kind of like Adventure Time, where it's like we're gonna call on that later. You know what I'm saying? But
Shout out Adventure Time.
yeah, big shout out.
The greatest
Even-
show in the history of shows.
If
Right.
it could be considered, we would not have had this
Oh, it'd have been over, bro.
conversation
Yeah, yeah.
at
It would have
all.
been over if we could have considered. First off, if Brack's show and Adventure Time were
Well-
about to be on this list, ain't no.
Well, Space Goes Coast to Coast is within that time
Never
frame.
watched Adventure
right.
Time.
But it's
Remember,
not cartoon,
right, we're saying,
cartoon.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like if we were allowed
Hold
to.
up.
What?
Y'all just missed what Jamie said. Why don't you repeat that?
I've never watched Adventure Time.
Huh?
Wasn't into it.
We let this bum come in off the street and
Wow,
handle all of our
wow.
electronics.
No,
and he said some dumb shit.
You allowed him.
You
Wow.
let this bum.
Well,
we didn't get to interview him. You
that's
just said,
insane.
"Hey, you know what? We need a
I
butler.
needed
this guy
some
happens
help.
to be, yeah, exactly. You needed some help. You see, wow.
Wow.
I needed some assistance.
Right
Oh, now it was
what's a-
assistance, huh? Now it
after-
was assistance. We're gonna call your ass out on what the fuck you
I
said.
needed a
after
personal
Juneteenth.
assistant.
Juneteenth just happened too. That's crazy. That's crazy.
No respect, bro.
Right.
No respect.
So now he's free to help us. I don't.
oh, now he's free.
Wow.
Now he's free.
Wow. But in general, that's crazy.
the fuck, bro?
Adventure Time, I could watch it, bro. You could watch it right now for the first time and it still slap. It was 'cause-
Adventure Time.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: is
No,
this
Misadventures
Adventure
of
Time?
Flap-
No.
Bro, watch
Adventure
Misadventures
Time's a
of
different
Flapjack.
day, though.
Well, I
No,
feel
right,
you.
but we're not talking. Hold on, no. He said he's never seen it. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's crazy.
Watched an episode.
You've never made bacon pancakes?
Baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes.
You take a pancake.
What? You take
What?
you take bacon, then you
Put it in a pancake. Come on,
Then you
bro.
have a bacon
No,
pancake.
bacon pancakes. That's what it's gonna make. Bacon.
pancakes. Hey, shout out Kanye West that made that remix with baking pancakes in New York. Oh no, that was Jay-Z, wasn't it? Alicia Keys.
That was
Fuck
Alicia
it.
Keys.
My bad.
That's why I said
Yeah,
it.
shout out.
That's one of the greatest little things ever.
Making pancakes.
Yeah. But no, that's insane. So yeah, no, you could go watch Mr. Adventures of Flapjack and Adventure Time right now, and they would slap just as hard.
Yo, stay tuned. We're definitely gonna do
Chowder?
a fucking. Listen,
See, the problem I have with
Oh
Chowder,
my
man.
God.
I know this is completely off
I
topic.
swear to God, if you say something bad about
But
Chowder,
the
I'm gonna swing
problem
on
I
you.
have with
Rada,
Chowder
rada,
is that
rada.
Chowder was the ultimate version of a show where nothing mattered at the end.
Yeah,
So
it's like SpongeBob.
but it was like worse.
Yeah, it's not as good.
But they
Yes.
had designs like in the hats and shit, and they would keep moving.
Dude, that was
Yeah, the
incredible.
art- the art
that
so
was one
watch-
of my
to
favorite
watch-
things. That's what
to watch
got me to
Schnitzel
watch
move,
it.
Watch Schnitzel move
And it
the
was
design
different
in his
shit.
body. Oh, that was good. But the show itself, I hate to say like it didn't do anything for me because I still enjoyed watching it. But when after I was done watching it, it was literally like that's fine. Like when I watched an episode of like Flapjack, I was cackling.
Mhm.
Like when you watch an Adventure Time episode, I'm literally like dicks out of the pants. I'm like, this is so good. This episode was so good. I gotta break one out right now.
I will say this. I'm gonna say something controversial. All right, hold your.
ahead.
You've
hold
never
your-
said anything controversial before,
Hold
so
your
I'm
hair.
gonna wait.
This is crazy.
Hold your hair.
Hold my hair?
Yeah, hold your hair. All right, you ready? Chowder
Oh god.
is a great value American cheese version of Soul Eater.
Please explain.
Mhm. No, you know exactly what I mean.
No, please explain.
You know
My
exactly.
brain can't.
Yeah.
Why? How do you
I
say
don't
that?
know what
When
Soul
you
Eater
think
is.
about, well, I'm sorry, I wouldn't expect you to know.
Yeah,
But for the
please,
big weebs out
please
there,
explain.
people that really fucks with the
Lay it on
animation,
me.
think about Soul Eater.
So like
think about
Bleach?
the way, and what I mean by this is the way that it's presented. The Soul Eater's world is very almost exactly the same.
Damn,
There we go.
yeah.
Almost exactly the same as Chowder.
See, that's the thing.
The only thing is that Soul Eater actually gives a fuck about its story and progresses the story and made
Right.
the world expansive, versus Chowder was pretty much the kitchen.
or Chowder does seem like a hellscape for chefs that have died
Mm-hmm.
and they get stuck there and they've got to spend their rest of their life cooking nonsense
Yes, sir.
foods for people. I get that. I dang.
Yep,
That's like,
and the moon and the sun, the same. I'm telling you, it's just great
Oh.
value American cheese version Soul Eater. Yeah,
that's a good one.
yes sir.
Wow.
Yes sir.
If you've learned nothing else from this episode, don't let it never be said that this dude is always thinking. He's using his brain banana.
I'm telling you, listen, like back in the day, like I think I'm the reincarnation of Plato. Like all the
Don't.
all the what.
What are you about to say?
Wait, what, yeah, I'm trying to figure out
Do you mean Play-Doh like the children's toy? Because it can't be the person.
Plato's
the
like
person. Yeah, the philosopher. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I've heard you say some shit, bro. I would never have picked Plato.
yeah,
with a
no,
T.
absolutely. I think that all the time that I spend thinking about things and how things kind of correlate in a different sense. Honestly, I think if I had more time to think, you know, like if I had the time that they had back in the day and to just sit around and think and get paid to think or just like not give a fuck and think, I would be on the same level. But you know, I have bills and shit.
So, hold on. You just said you don't have any time to think,
Yeah.
but if you had time to
If I
think,
had as much time to think as Plato did, yeah, I think I would be able to come up with way more.
you would be
useful
able
things.
to compare more cartoons to other cartoons.
No, I think I'd be able to change the world.
the
honestly,
top tier cartoon comparison.
yeah. I mean, just you know,
Have you
cartoons are
ever
scratching the
thought-
surface.
Have you ever thought that this cartoon is like this anime because the whole argument of no original thought? Yeah, me too.
I mean, but I did say that last week that there's no such thing as an original thought.
But
It's just
he
who
had
tells
time-
you.
but then
it's
he
just who
had time
tells
to
you the
think about
story
it.
the best.
What'd you say, D-Mark?
Remember, I said like last week. I said there's no such thing as an original thought. It's just who tells you the same story the best,
Mhm.
and that could be a thing. You could say like this is like this because there's no original thought.
It's like Tale of the Worst One versus Asterix. It's just like it's the
you mean
same
great
thing.
value tell the worst
Yeah,
one?
it's great
Asterisk?
value. It's exactly what it is. I'm telling you. I'm sorry, we got into anime for some reason. Let's go back to Nicktoon and cartoon.
No, no,
cartoon,
no,
you know what I
doubt,
mean?
no doubt.
We also got into you comparing yourself to a philosopher. Which
Yeah, which
I can't handle.
Hey, if,
No, I'm
if
talking
he
about-
thinks,
yeah.
therefore he is, bro.
yeah, boom. See, my nigga right here. But here, this is what I'm gonna say about this topic.
What?
I don't know where the fuck my phone is, so I can't get my notes.
I bet
But-
if you had time to think about it, you'd know where it was.
That's he
You're
would.
right,
He
but I
would. He
don't
ain't
got
no
time. I'm working.
You got no time. He's putting in that work.
I'm telling you,
Look
see?
at that shit, bro.
It writes itself. But I will say, and it sucks that we can't talk about like the other stuff, and we'll
We
have
can't.
other shows.
No. We obviously we've already settled that Xavier's wrong.
No, we from the beginning with this
From
garbage
jump.
ass story.
So
but
everything
to his
Nicktoons,
garbage
but
ass tier
Nicktoons is
system.
better.
But you know what though? You know
I
what
did
the
say
hardest
Nicktoons was better.
the hardest part about this conversation is that I will concede that their Nicktoons has like more A to S tier slappery, but
Than Cartoon Network.
the S tier slappery from Cartoon Network was so good. I can't.
But
you can't top it for it.
you could take and mash in all the S tier slappery from Cartoon, and it would barely span the length of time Rugrats was on there.
Well, yeah, but that's well, hold on. Well, that's a little bit different because if you're talking about like you can go back to, there's shows that have been on for 20 to 25 years that suck.
Like fucking Dick Van Dyke. Like, what the fuck is that shit?
I mean,
Like, what the fuck is that?
That's not
old
on
whites-
anymore.
Old whites
Yeah, it
love
is.
that.
Is he the guy
Isn't
that
it like
does
Nick at
Rockin'
Night?
New
I
Year's
mean,
Eve?
that dude's
No,
dead.
that's
Oh,
Dick
you're talking
Clark.
about in syndication?
No, I'm talking about the Dick Van Dyke Show starring Dick Van Dyke.
That show's been off the air for.
No, it's on Nick at
Jamie,
Night.
could you look up and see if Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah.
Dick
starring
Van Dyke is
Dyke?
barely alive.
Yeah,
thought
but
he-
it's still on. The show's still on.
But
Isn't that the one that goes doo 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 doo?
What are you doing?
Is that
right
not the
now?
show?
It says
That's because something's still
years active,
syndicated.
1947 to present.
No,
Let's go.
No, that's
Let's go.
Dick Van Dyke, not
Shout
the
out.
show. Stop.
Shout out to Dick
Stop.
Van Dyke
That's
Show
Dick
starring
Van-
Dick Van Dyke.
Hold on, hold on,
Dick
hold on,
Van
hold on.
Dyke's
Hold
years
on.
active.
No, you
Shout
can't. That's
out.
what I say. Like you say, when people are alive, they call it years active. Like what? How long you been active since 1988? Like,
Let's go.
Dick Van Dyke is older than that. He's been active from like the 40s or 50s. The Dick Van Dyke
We
show.
pay this man to fact check us. Whatever the fuck he says is law. That's what we agreed to.
Ooh.
So what did he say?
did he
Jamie,
say?
can you run that back
Jamie,
one more
could you
time?
run-
No,
Yeah.
he said Dick
doesn't
Van
know.
Dyke, not the Dick Van Dyke show.
I'm talking about Dick Van
We
Dyke
can't
show.
let our listeners not understand the truth.
Yeah, I know. We're here for the
We've
truth.
already established that Xavier's gonna lie until he wins.
That's fine. Jamie, go ahead and lay it down. The Dick Van Dyke Show starring Dick
Okay,
Van
I'm gonna
Dyke.
recant what I said
Oh,
before.
okay. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
ooh, recantery.
Hold on. He's going to make sure, though. But I will say, I will be
Well, there's also the
heartbroken.
new Dick Van Dyke Show. So
No, no,
there's,
we ain't talking-
there's the original was 61 to 66,
Uh-huh.
and then the new one was like 71 to 74.
Uh-huh.
Right, but
That's
I
it.
guess
It's
what he's
done.
asking is, are
No,
they
because it's
on?
still, like, no.
Just because something
It
is
still runs.
syndicated does not mean
done.
it's new.
No, it's not done. If it still runs on Nick at Night, it counts, is what I'm talking about.
I-
'Cause
Oh, like
this-
reruns.
Right, like syndication.
That's
what
all
I'm
Nick
saying.
at Night
just wanna-
is syndicated TV.
The point I'm
Then
trying to
it's
make
still
Because
is,
the
going.
people watching Nick at Night are syndicated people.
It's still going. It's still going.
thank you.
But it's not.
Thank you.
Is it still going?
It is still going to present, is what he said,
Is
which
it
was
still hold
So-
on,
correct.
Is it
How
still in
about all the
syndication?
old sports games that they reshow? Are
They're
those
still
games still
going.
going?
Oh,
Yes.
you know what? Hey, I'm going to be honest. Hold on. I was thinking about the Andy Griffin Show, not the Dick Van Dyke Show.
I know you were, bro, because
the
nobody was
whistling
thinking about the.
With Don Knotts as the sheriff?
Yeah. No, Andy
Yeah.
Griffith was the sheriff.
No,
Don
Don
Knotts
Knotts.
Don Knotts was like the deputy.
Yeah, he was.
Same shit.
Oh,
It's the same
what?
thing. I mean, you know.
Yeah, all right, but
Yo,
yeah,
shut up.
so yeah, no doubt. So, no, we can talk about the other stuff. That's what I was saying. Like, yes, we're talking about the cartoon, and I will concede. I'm not going to concede that cartoons isn't better. Like, there weren't I guess it's harder if you put like a 5-on-5 and you've got three decent or five decent dudes on this team and two absolute heaters. And then three Reggie boys of obviously the team with five regular people. Will probably
Well, hold on. It depends on how good. Listen,
That's what I'm
if
saying.
AI and LeBron James take a fucking like
no.
bar
We
stools to the
doing
NBA finals.
we doing this DBZ tournament style where it's
Oh,
one-on-one.
okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, because I'm just saying like if once these two fight, they out the thing.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I'm saying if you get five Reggie boys and then two bangers.
So both,
and then
hold
three-
on, both go out, or the one who won gets to fight the next person?
No, because then cartoons would win. But I'm saying like, and what I'm saying is like,
No, because SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents would take down anything on
that ain't
Cartoon
beating
Network.
Dexter's Lab, bro. You can't.
Yes, you can.
I just
No,
got done
sir.
telling you that Kids Next Door is the most underrated fucking show of all time.
That's what I'm saying. So like he's saying Kid Next Door would come in with like bing bing bing.
Yeah,
He already
bing,
said
bing,
Kids.
pow, pow, pow.
He already said Kids Next Door does not beat.
Bow, bow.
So hold on, real quick. Kids Next Door takes down SpongeBob or Fairly Odd Parents.
No, but it would take down everybody else.
But then if they take that down and that's your best show, then they
No,
take
it's
down
not the best show.
That's your best cartoon show.
No,
Cartoon
it's
Network
not.
show.
No,
What's your best Cartoon Network show?
Probably Ed,
Dexter's
Eddie.
Lab.
Does it
Dexter's
beat-
Lab.
And Dexter's
Dexter's
Lab.
Lab
Do
is
either one of those beat Fairly Odd Parents or SpongeBob?
Dexter's Lab does.
No.
Then
no.
done.
Dexter's Lab beats
No, it
SpongeBob
doesn't.
and it beats.
No, it
Fairly Odd
doesn't.
Parents.
Okay, listen.
You tell him. Hold on.
Let me just
in
give you
the
this real quick.
audience,
Mandark's bowl cut comes
Audience,
close,
do
but
me a
that's like
favor.
it.
Do me a favor. Vote down in the comments on Spotify, on YouTube, on whatever platform, iTunes, whatever platform you listen to this on. Go down in the comments, cast your vote, and then we will do an update in the next week or two, and we will see who. Like we'll let democracy decide.
Before we let democracy tell you
Democracy's
guys that I'm
gotten us
right,
nowhere.
this is what I'm going to say. This is the only heater I'm going to give you to prove the fact that Nicktoons is better.
Go ahead.
Fairly Odd Parents. The episode where Vicky recorded Timmy saying like, hey, I'm going to tell your mom that you stole her purse. He's like, I didn't steal my mom's purse. And then she was like, he's like, hold on. And he plays he plays the fucking recording thing. He's like, hi, I'm Timmy Turner. And I stole from my mom's purse. And he's like, hey, I didn't steal from my mom's purse. And she pops it with a second fucking recorder. And it's like, hi, I'm Timmy Turner. And I stole from my mom's purse. That shit killed me. That alone, I rewatched that episode.
That and you can't tell me that Shiny Teeth isn't the fucking most banger ass song.
It's a good song, but you tell when I watched Dexter's Lab and Action Hank, that episode where he grew a beard.
Shout out Action Hank just clapping all the cheeks in Dexter's Lab.
There's no better episode where he was like, Action Hank. I can't do the accent. I'm sorry, but like when he was like they joined their beards together and he was using Dexter.
I love it.
God, come
I love
on.
it.
You can't tell me that's not a top tier
And-
episode.
But you got Doug Dimmadome.
Dang.
Oh, no, the
I get it.
Dimmadome.
I get
You
it.
can't Dimma tell me that he ain't the best.
And Dinkelberg.
Dinkelberg.
This is where I would keep my trophy if I had one.
I
all
do
of
think
that.
what-
And Mr. Crocker and his neck ear.
Dude,
Bro.
okay, so I was about to say
got parents.
the best part of that whole the whole best part of that series was when somebody finally pointed out, I was like, why is your ear on your neck? And then he was like, I have a condition. And then he said, Fairly Odd Parents does that thing. Okay, so that's fair. But
And Jorgen von Strangle. I am Jorgen von Strangle.
He can't reach his face when the cat's clawing it because of his muscles and
his
shit.
muscles.
My muscles are too big.
I cannot reach my face.
again,
But I will say your credit to Dexter's Lab.
omelette du fromage.
Omelette du fromage
And then
episode.
Monkey, bro, you can't tell me the
Okay,
bro,
Monkey.
the Fraggable
Monkey-
Crunk.
I was gonna say Justice Friends.
Justice Friends,
Just
bro?
Friends alone.
Come on, man.
Justice Friends alone.
Justice Friends alone.
Who's the three guys? It's Crunk.
It was
It was Crunk and then Thor was still.
No, it was,
he was
Crunk, it was the Infraggable Crunk, a Major Glory, and Valhallen.
Valhallen,
bro, was one of the Oh my god!
Remember that episode when fucking he lost his guitar and they had to get it back for him? Did you guys not watch it? Oh.
the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah,
fought
because
the
he's a small
Justice-
dude. Yeah, when he doesn't have the guitar,
Yeah, and he
he's a
gets
small
all
dude.
skill skinny.
Yep.
He's just like, I need the guitar.
I will say the Cartoon Network did a much better job of keeping all of their people in the same universe. Though.
That's-
because
yeah,
you know,
right,
okay. So as it goes, because the Powerpuff Girls fought Major Glory and shit because they laughed at him and they're like, you can't fucking do this because you're little girls, and then they're like, okay, we're better than you. So they because Dexter's Lab and Powerpuff Girls had crossovers. Cow and Chicken, it's hard. I love
Yeah,
Cow and
The
Chicken
episode
so
of the
I love
much.
I
Powerpuff
Am
Girls
Weasel.
with a
Pork
grown ass
busted
dudes
taters.
with a
It was-
grown ass men had the Powerpuff Girl heads on, and
And they were robbing, and they were.
No, yeah, we're the Powerpuff Girls. Like, what? You got a tattoo and a beard. What are you talking
Blossom,
about?
what are you doing?
Smoking a cigarette and shit?
He's like, your Bubbles.
It's
your
like that
stubble
scene
is-
in the,
your stubble's so rough. He's like, yeah, I haven't shaved yet today, Professor. I'm like, yeah.
It's like the the Spider-Man thing when he walks into the ATM and he's like, "Oh, look, it's the Avengers." That's exactly what those dudes in the Powerpuff Girl heads look like. And the Amoeba Boys,
The Amoeba Boys.
are
the gang.
They
Green
were money.
gang.
Gang
Come
green.
on,
They were
okay.
man.
This is the hard part though, because as great as all of those shows are, I still think SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents can take any of them.
But I will say, once you bring Ed and Eddie in the picture, it changes things. Because when you talk about all the fucking crazy shit, like, listen. Jamie just pulled up the picture of the Powerpuff Girls guys dressing
Bubbles
as...
has some fucking hairy forearms, bro.
I love so much.
Also, I'm not really sure how
Buttercup
dicks
being a
aren't falling
black
out of the
dude.
bottom of those
Buttercup is a
dresses.
black dude.
I love it. I love that Buttercup's a black dude. But once you bring
See,
in...
I'm telling you, bro. There's nothing that you can't tell me. You can't tell me.
Well, I can and I have.
No, here we go. I'm telling you.
But bro, like
None
this
of those
is
shows lasted as long though.
Oh, man.
Ed and Eddie, listen.
Ed and Eddie's dope.
Ed and Eddie. Eddie himself is the OG hustler. If anything, Eddie taught me one
Those
thing.
fucking cheetah thong you always wore, whatever the fuck they were.
Eddie was like, I don't give a fuck what I gotta do, bro. I'm gonna scam these kids. Listen, Eddie was an OG scammer, bro. He didn't do the credit card shit like we doing nowadays. He said, nah, fuck that shit. I'm gonna come up with some shit.
We are not doing the credit card stuff. Other people
yeah,
are.
other people. Shout out to the. No, I mean, hold on. No. Shout out to the hustlers. But like, you know, you gotta get what you got. You gotta do what you gotta do to make it. So it is
Yeah.
what it is. But you know, shout out to the people out there scamming. But Eddie,
Go
holding
up,
it.
Dad. Go up that 4,000. Shout out Go up that 4,000. If you want to go ahead and sponsor us, I don't know why, but you know, if the Ferragamo Falcon, if you want to go ahead and sponsor, let us know.
Yeah, and Cartoon Network and all these people. But Eddie himself, like, I'm gonna come with these scams. I'm trying to get this money off these kids. I like when he would be like, oh, we're gonna feed him these sandwiches. but they made out of cardboard. We're gonna paint them so they gonna think they sandwiches. They gonna give us these quarters, and we're gonna get these fucking jawbreakers. The whole goal was like, how me and my boys finna eat jawbreakers today. He'll get up every day. So what am I finna do today, bro?
He legitimately woke up and said, "Let's get this bread
Every day.
If let's get this bread was
Every
a person,
day.
it'd be Eddie. It'd be Ed Boy. It'd be the
I
Ed Boys.
honestly think though they had the best value out of any show because 25 cents to get a jawbreaker.
Those things were
the fucking
massive,
size
bro.
of a human being.
They were incredible. They were huge. Like what? Who?
Then they had those trailer trash girls that were all over them. They're like, "Nah, we ain't got time for pussy. We need money. We need jawbreakers. We don't need
they're
pussy.
like, hey,
you stay over there."
Yeah, we ain't got time to get slobbed up. We got to get this bread.
Yes, sir. Get
You
paid.
can, if
taught
I
you-
ain't slobbing,
they
you ain't
taught you-
slobbing. Get the
hold
fuck
on.
out of here.
Remember the episode?
This is the oldest. This is literally the first time as a human being I experienced the phrase "fuck bitches, get money."
Yes, sir. Ed and Eddie taught us
They
that.
taught us that, bro.
Cartoon Network knew you had one show where Johnny Bravo clearly didn't get shit, and they're like, "All right, well, we're going to show you what happens when you kids and you focus on getting money first."
There was an episode legit where Ed and Eddie were taking into the chicks' trailer park. They took them down, put them in fucking robes, fed them, clothed them. It was like, all right, so we finna kiss, right? And they're like, what? No, man. I thought you were just being nice. They're like, oh, word? You gotta get the fuck out of here. And like, nah, we gonna get some kisses. Like, we done fed you. We done put some robes on you. We put our daddy's robes on you.
I feel like
Eddie
that
was the
that-
first time we ever experienced sexual assault.
I was
apparently.
like, they tell you men can't be sexually assaulted. You're like, well, one time I did watch this Ed and
I
Eddie
literally
episode.
watched children get tricked in the. Like,
That's right.
that's
No
the
means
epitome
no.
of like, hey,
Cartoons
I-
back in the day used to be fucking wild.
I
though.
get it, bro. That's it. Like,
they
you never,
just
whenever somebody's like, hey, hey, I bought you dinner. What's up on that? What's up on me
On that
banging
post.
it out?
Yeah.
Right. And that's where we learned it from.
Yeah.
The trailer park girls are like, hey,
and Eddie learned it from his brother, right? He was like, my brother
With the
told me
fucking
how to get
sleazeball.
girls, and my bed is a fucking round ass bed that rotates, and there's a disco ball, and you bring a chick back here, you good to go. But also, I need jawbreakers first.
Respect. But yeah, bro. I mean, there was so many bangers, man. Like, and we didn't even talk about like the real bangers, like Adventure Time, Chowder, Flapjack. Like,
well, right. But again, if
But
we
that
had
was
talked
it.
about those, we would have tipped the scales.
Right, right.
I'm
But
telling you.
honestly,
saying,
though,
like,
I don't know if
Space
those
Ghost,
shows.
C-Lab, Brack
Oh my
Show.
God, I
If we
hate
had talked
C-Lab.
about if we had put everything on offer, then of course there's no concept.
right? Yeah.
Cartoon Network, that was all they did.
Yeah,
Right.
Cartoon Network put.
Fucking Nicktoons is like, I'm
But
gonna do
like-
fucking iCarly and fucking my name is
No,
fucking.
iCarly did slap though.
It was all right.
It was
bro.
all right. I
Like,
mean, it slapped, bro.
in comparison to all like the banger cartoons Cartoon Network put out,
Obviously, well, cartoons give
Well,
you a much more flexible
yeah.
medium than real life shows.
Look at The Simpsons. Bart's been 11 for 30 years. So, I mean, cartoons way easier. iCarly
Oh,
didn't grow
speaking
up.
of that, you know what I wish turned out better? Rugrats All Grown Up. I was real hype.
It sucked.
I was
Like they
so
did that it was that movie, right, where they went in the closet, and then when they came out the closet, they were like teenagers
Oh.
and shit.
Weird. That's
bro.
weird.
It's whatever. It's 2020.
But
it's
they still
2020.
went into a closet and then
Yeah.
came out
No,
the
that's
closet and
fair.
were older. It's like when Timmy's like, I don't want to be an adult anymore because he's got all that back hair and he's balding.
Yeah, no, I mean, I really wished All Grown Up. Dang, when did Ginger, what was the show with the Ginger girl?
As told by Ginger.
That's Told by Ginger? Man,
Bro,
when did
that
that
was
come out? That
garbage.
show.
I got you.
What?
Hold up.
I couldn't do it.
I was talking to Chelsea and she told me that she thought that should have been higher. And I said, well,
What?
it was about shaving your legs and periods and stuff. And I don't have to worry about either of those.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I think it gave
Came
me,
out in 2000.
Did it? I feel like it
2000
gave
to
me insight on what
2004.
being a young woman was like. Yeah, I watched it and I was like, dang, I don't know nothing about
I liked
this.
the show. Like I watched the show a shitload, and her little brother and his fucking weird ass friend who would make like igloos in the back and pretend to be dogs and lick the shit out of each other. It was they were super weird.
Did the person that made the Thornberry show make that show too?
No,
That's a
They're
good
drawn
question.
pretty
They're
similar.
drawn
no,
really similar.
that's,
Hold on, let me see.
I think that was the same people who were doing like Rugrats and shit. Because Thornberries and Rugrats were the only like thing
No,
that crossed
Lenny's right.
over.
Lenny's right.
Let's
I was gonna say, people,
go.
let's go.
As told by Ginger was Wild Thornberries people.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Who was it?
They were drawn exactly the same.
Nigel Thornberry.
It was produced
When
by
was-
something
when
called
was-
You
Class D.
can't
When did the
tell
Wild
me that
Thornberries
they
come out?
got Tim Curry in the voice of Nigel Thornberry, and that doesn't also be.
Same people also produced Rugrats.
That's what. Okay,
Yeah, that's what
so we was
so
both right.
everybody's right. Right.
Nah, I'm right.
So
That's
when,
it. He said I
okay,
was right.
so when did Wild Thornberries come out?
Wild Thornberries. He's got the internet. I have to read my handwriting.
1998. So that's past what we were talking.
No.
No, it's within the period.
That's within the period.
Oh yeah, we said 2005. Yeah,
2005.
that
Yeah,
is
so
true.
98 to 2004 was Wild Thornberries.
Wild Thornberries did slap.
No, the
What?
thing is,
That's what I
Wild
said too.
Thornberries-
Wild Thornberries was great, but then
No,
it
it
like
wasn't. It
lost.
wasn't even that great.
It lost steam too quick. It was
Yeah.
a
What do
you
really
mean?
fun show.
Yeah.
It could have been a couple. It could have been 2 seasons of just fucking bangers, but they just
Yeah.
drew it out.
I think it's just.
There's only so many animals to fucking talk to, and Darwin's a prick.
Yeah.
So
What I was gonna say is that I think we forget how mediocre that show was because how great the meme content is now.
well, and Donnie's amazing.
He annoyed the shit out of
He
me.
annoyed.
to be
He was
honest.
one of the worst characters in the show.
Yeah.
Like you think, bro? Like that showed on for years.
All
and
my
he never
opinions are
learned a
wrong.
word,
I should
bro.
never have an opinion.
Oh yeah, I think we
I
established
don't
that
we
when we
ever
get
want-
established that
Yeah.
everything you say is just terrible
and
bro.
garbage. Yeah, like that shitty ass story he said in the 3rd episode that we did.
I don't remember that. It was so
That's
bad.
how
My
bad it
brain
was.
erased
Yeah.
it. Like,
It was so bad.
Oh, just like the
I
intro of this
love, I
episode.
love being here. It's my favorite thing. Each week, I wake up and I'm like, "Ooh, I got to talk to my friends."
Yeah,
today."
you masochist.
And then
You like being
everybody
like being
shows
tortured, huh?
up, and they shit on me for 2 hours,
Little
and
pay-
I walk
You
away.
little pay piggy. Look
Yeah,
at you.
look at you. Oh, look at you. You like the abuse,
We'll
don't
throw
you?
back that last episode. Little pay
Ooh,
piggy.
yeah.
No. OnlyFans, but not
Yeah, no.
not normal days.
If you would like to also insult Xavier, just follow
Oh,
our OnlyFans.
Jamie, what you got on your run?
What was the end date for your guys' cartoon?
2005.
2005.
I like how that year changes every single time.
Avatar came out in 2005.
No,
No.
that don't count. That don't count.
Also,
Cartoon ended in like 2004, but a couple shows ran to
Ran till
2005. So I
Yeah.
gave till
It ran
2005,
until 2007, I think.
2008.
2008.
Yeah, but I wasn't starting anything after like 2004
But again,
or
if we,
whatever.
I mean, so yeah,
oh,
that's
you throw
Avatar
Ava-
is like okay.
what the fuck is
Avatar's
wrong with
alright,
you?
bro.
Go home.
I think it was
You're
like
not
the
here.
first.
Nope.
Check it out. Check it out.
Nope.
So the thing about Avatar.
checking nothing
No,
out.
no, check it out. The thing about
I'm
Avatar
checking
is
out this
that,
conversation.
No, check it out. The thing about Avatar is that it was just, it was the America's event of like an anime. But the problem is that the story itself was good. The story itself was good. The problem is that the way they delivered it was not that great.
What do you mean?
Well, yeah, you know,
Elaborate, bro.
they just took a little bit too long with certain stories.
A little
They-
bit too long. It was
just
only
a-
3 seasons.
This took a little bit too long with certain stories.
Which
The
stories?
side,
Give me specifics. Bro. I need
there-
to feel it. I need to when you come with some heat like this.
yeah.
I need to feel this, bro.
So if you guys want to hear my take on the Avatar, The Last Airbender,
No, they wanna hear it now.
No, we're gonna do that later. Check out our OnlyFans; it'll be an exclusive topic.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this regular free episode. Thanks for joining us on Why Xavier's Wrong Again. It's a series.
I'm
It's a
literally
series.
done trying to come up with topics at all. I'm gonna show up like Lenny does and be like, "What the fuck we talking about this week, guys?" And everybody's gonna be like, "This is what you should have known." And I'll be like, "I don't
It's a
know, but I'll
new-
try to talk about it."
It's a new weekly series we're doing called When Awesome Collides. It's just an adventure on why Xavier's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the show has become. And again, follow us on social media. We've got it's When Awesome Collides on literally every platform. So Twitch-
Except Twitter. Twitter is WA3C tweets.
Oh yeah, sorry. So yeah, twitter.com/WA3C tweets.
Mhm.
Onlyfans.com/When Awesome Collides.
Yes, sir.
Instagram is When Awesome Collides. YouTube is When Awesome Collides. We have more. We have Facebook. We have gaming content coming out. Well, we're posting our Let's Plays and stuff like that on YouTube. So we're not just gonna stay in this wheelhouse. We do have other stuff coming. So definitely please follow us on all those. Tell your friends, even if you hate us, especially if you hated us.
Especially.
Definitely dislike the things if you want to. Spread those. Whatever you do, just get our name out there. If you want to come back and hate me every week, I am totally fine with that.
Mhm.
If you want to come back and hear just the terrible things that come out of X's mouth every week, definitely come back.
I did not say anything terrible this week.
Awful thing.
I didn't almost say anything terrible. I didn't accidentally say anything terrible.
Everything you said was terrible.
No,
was
it
bad.
may have been wrong to
This
you,
has been
but it
Maui
wasn't-
with When Awesome Collides.
Hold up,
Of
real
course,
quick,
is
real
D,
quick.
X, hit the roll music, Maui beats, all that shit. Let's go.
Nah, Nick 2, Cartoon 1, Nick wins democracy.
Roll the outro.